Okay guys, welcome to part 2 of the rationals packet. We're going to be on section 2. Now I'm going to break section 2 into two major categories because there is a different process for adding and subtracting versus the multiplying and dividing. So I'm going to work one from each to try and set you up for this. Okay, so let's take a look at the first problem in this section. So that's going to be number 5, and I'm just going to copy it down over here. So we're going to have number 5, which is n minus 3 over n minus 8 plus 2 over 8n cubed. Okay, so in order to solve a rational problem where I have to add or subtract, we're going to need common denominators, okay? So let's make a note of that. We need common denominators. Sorry, forgot how to spell that for a second. All right, so how do I get common denominators? Well, each side I'm going to multiply by whatever is kind of missing there, okay? So in this case, it's pretty simple because both sides are totally different, right? So I'm going to multiply this side by 8n cubed. And remember, we can't just multiply on the bottom. We're going to have to multiply it on the top as well. And on the other side, over here, I'm going to take this n minus 8, and we'll multiply that over here. Now, here's the good news, guys. You don't actually have to multiply out the bottom. So I'm going to make a note. Let's leave that alone. Okay, and we do need to distribute the top. So if I distribute out the top, here's what we're going to get. We're going to get 8n to the 4th minus 24, 24n cubed, ignore my little pencil scratch, divided by, we've got 8n cubed, n minus 8. So notice again, I didn't distribute this out. I'm just not worried about that. And on the other side, when I distribute this 2 into my n minus 8, I'm going to have plus 2n minus 16 over 8n cubed, n minus 8. Okay, so again, you'll notice what? These are now the same, okay? And the top parts have been distributed, okay? So once I have these pieces distributed out, we can actually combine this into a single fraction. And I don't have any like terms up here that I can combine. So we're just going to get 8n to the 4th minus 24n cubed plus 2n minus 16. And I can make this a single fraction, and my denominator is still 8n cubed times n minus 8. Okay, and this is fully simplified out, so we are good to go with this one. Okay, but the key thing here is this common denominators. Anytime you add and subtract, you're going to need to get common denominators. Okay, so let's work one more of these, right, and then we can pick the multiplication problems. So let's try number 8 on here, right? So number 8 is the m minus 4 over 10m plus 12 and 8m over 4. Okay, so let's set it up down here. We've got 8 m minus 4 over 10m plus 12 minus 8m over 4. Okay. So we've got our problem, and again, to solve this, we're going to need common denominators. But before I do that, I'm going to see this one simplify. So I'm just going to cancel this out, actually. And I'm going to get 2m over 1 from m minus 4 over 10m plus 12. Okay, so now that I've got this becomes much easier to get common denominators, because now I can just multiply this side by 10m plus 12 on the top and bottom. Okay, and then I don't need to multiply this side by anything because it's a 1. Okay, so we're going to get m minus 4 over 10m plus 12. Okay, and over here I'm going to again have to distribute this in. So we've got 20m squared plus 24m divided by 10m plus 12. Okay, now here we have to be careful. Again, subtraction problem, right? So subtraction means these are both negatives. So I've got m minus 24m, right? And minus 20m squared and minus 4. So here's kind of what I'll do. I'm going to distribute this negative in, and it's going to come into the top over here. So I've got, now when I combine these together, negative 20m squared minus 24m and m are going to make minus 23m and minus 4. And what's my denominator going to be? Just that 10m plus 12, right? Okay, so here again, denominators are all the same. These are going to be the same every time. Okay, and up here you're going to see I have combined like terms. Oops. All right, so guys, this is adding and subtracting. Super key, right? Remember to get common denominators. If you don't get common denominators, your problem is wrong. Okay, so adding and subtracting work the same way. We have to start by, if we look at problem 1, we got to get common denominators. Multiply the denominators from each side to the other side, and you'll be able to combine that to get proper denominators, right? Distribute on top, leave the bottom separate, okay? Don't worry about multiplying out the bottom, okay? Great. I'll see you in part 2 on multiplying and dividing.